Appreciate everyone getting here today. I think it's pretty much not a secret anymore, but we're obviously thrilled to announce that we have broken our season ticket record since 1992, and we're right now north of 57.5 for the season. So obviously it's exciting times for the organization. It's a credit to our fans and their loyalty, obviously. We have the best fans in the NFL. It's proven year in and year out. It's a credit to our ticket office and our customer service staff who work year-round to try to make this work and have done an excellent job. The leadership of Chris Clear and Mike Jahoski and the entire staff have done just outstanding work. But, you know, first and foremost, it goes to our fans. It goes to our ownership, the Pagulas, who have obviously provided stability for this franchise in Western New York. As I said at the time of the sale, the collective anvil that had been on the back of all of our shoulders, and we were able to put that in Lake Erie, and that played a huge role in today's announcement. We also, you know, people have asked me about when this started. Ticket sales in all of our business is a year-round business, and since September of last year, really October, when the Pagulas bought the franchise, we had record renewal rates, record deposits for ticket sales. So this started in the fall of last year, and obviously we're thrilled where we are today, and it's a credit to our fans. So any questions you guys have, I'm happy to answer them.
Knowing we're still waiting on group sales here, Russ, what's the consideration now, knowing numbers are getting tight and you have things like that to consider as well as individual game tickets?
CB, we're planning on our group ticket sale on Friday the 19th. Right now we have limited regular individual game tickets only for the Jets. So really at this time, group sales will be focused on the Jets game. We're very limited with our club seat sales, you know, across all of our games. It's a good problem to have. Obviously we have some season tickets on hold. The art of ticketing is just that, and how you manage the holds, but we're very limited in what we have held right now for season tickets. We are in pretty much a sold-out capacity on all games except the Jets right now from an individual game basis.
Are you going to cut off season ticket sales at any time, Russ?
David, we plan on capping seasons at 60 if we get there. You know, as I said, we're north right now of 57.5. We anticipate that there's an opportunity we could get there, and we will cap seasons at that point. Like I said, we will go on with the Groupon sale on Friday, and we're scheduled to have our individual game on sale on Wednesday, July 29th, I believe, and right now we're going to evaluate that based on what the inventory looks like.
Can you explain the thought process behind that? Because obviously, you know, you have to pick a number and then decide, do we do this, do we not? So what's the whole thought process?
Well, the thought process is, again, is the art, you know, of it, you know, and how you hold, and we have obligations as an NFL franchise. Also with holds for visiting teams and for different avenues. So we have to be, you know, again, it's, you know, that's what Chris works on, is what we do hold and what we don't hold, and how we let those tickets available to the public. There could be tickets that do come available in July, but right now that's what our calendar is right now.
Scarcity of the regular game tickets, Russ, how has that driven up demand, if at all? Has it been a factor for the club and suite sales in making that demand higher?
Yeah, suite sales are pretty much in a sold-out status as well. We were last year, and I think that's something that needs to be focused on, is that, you know, last year our season ticket sales were 47 and change. It was an excellent foundation for us to be where we are today. And if we look back, we've done some analysis of our, you know, when I started here, our season ticket sales were 31,141, and we had 20 open suites, and we were building 76 new suites, and we were building 6,800 new club seats. So how this business has evolved in today's NFL has been an immense project for, you know, our staff and our organization and our fan base. So, you know, right now, club seats, sideline club seats are really in a sold-out pattern, and we do have some limited availability in individual game tickets within our club seats. And suites right now are pretty much in the same spot.
Do you think this is more a testament to what's going on behind the scenes, or people excited about the product on the field?
You know, Lauren, I think it's a combination of everything, but the foundation of where we are today is squarely pointed at the Pegulas buying the franchise. And again, you know, that we have been living with the fact of keeping this team viable in Western New York for the last 18 years that I've been here has been our number one focus as a business. And to see where we are today is obviously humbling for all of us that have been involved in it. But everything stops and starts with the ownership and the stability that the Pegulas have provided us.
Even with that, Russ, with all the excitement, let's big picture, economy, everything else. This is a team that's gone 15 years without a playoff run, and to shatter a record that was created during the middle of a Super Bowl run. How do you explain that?
Well, it's funny. We thought we were going to get the record in 2008. We had 56,011 season tickets in 2008, and that was our goal that year. We fell a little bit short. And we look back at, you know, again, the analysis over the last 17 years, our average season tickets over that time frame has been 42,944. So it's a pretty good foundation with the inventory that we have in the market. And to your point, that the team on the field has not been to the playoffs in the last 15 years is obviously difficult for anyone who's involved in this organization in any department. But it goes back to our fans, and it goes back to the loyalty they've shown, not just this year. You know, we're sitting here talking about a record, and that's great. I'm talking about the loyalty that our fans have provided the entire time that we've been on board, you know, trying to drive this business, obviously. But it's an incredible testament to them. And, you know, I know that Rex and Doug Whaley in the football department are going to do everything in their power to put us over the hump.
And is it fair to say that you've been mindful with the pricing and the increases? I believe it's 6% this year.
6%, correct.
So, and how you calculate those things and keep the.
We've been very mindful of it. It's been something that's been a hallmark of ours to try to keep tickets affordable. And also, you know, it comes back down to regionalization for us too, and my overused word that I use all the time to you guys. But to see where, you know, how we built the corridor to Rochester, how we built the corridor up the QEW, you know, to Toronto and Southern Ontario has been a huge building block for us as an organization. So that's something that we're going to continue to focus on, is regionalizing our brand. And it's something that has proven to be very successful as a business for us.
Can you give us a breakdown of where the percentage is coming from?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
There you go.
I knew you were going to ask me that. And I will get you up-to-date numbers. But, you know, we're, I think, pretty steady. Rochester and Southern Ontario have been slugging it out the last couple of years as far as who's the number 2 sister city in season tickets. But in overall ticket sales, both are very strong markets for us.
Russ, what about the spike? You said obviously the Pegulas was the number one thing. After that, was it Rex? Was it personnel schedule coming out? Where did you see those spikes happen?
Really, I think so. It's a combination of a lot of things. Direction of the franchise. I think people feel pretty good about what Wales and Rex are doing with the product on the field. We could see it last year, you know, with our we had a pretty significant increase last year in season ticket sales. So I think people feel pretty good about that. You know, obviously the excitement, I think, of what we're doing personnel-wise and what we're doing coaching-wise and all that play a factor in. But there's no doubt in my mind the number one factor is what Terry and Kim have done.
It's my understanding that as if you bought season tickets, you kind of got first crack.
Yes, that's right.
At other tickets. Does that change at all in any way?
No, they've already had their opportunity. That's one of the reasons we're in an individual game situation that we're in, because season ticket members have done an incredible job purchasing individual game tickets. That's one of their benefits. There's a long list of benefits that are in the press release, but that's, I think, to me, one of the greatest benefits is they have the first opportunity to take care of family and friends that are coming from out of town and buying those tickets. And that's why at this point, really, the Jets is the only game that's available to individual games from that standpoint.
Or to put them on the secondary market, and that was a concern of some people, and people wondered if that was going to be tweaked down or toned down.
That's another great example of how the ticketing world has changed in the last 15 to 18 years, is that secondary market didn't exist. And obviously it's an avenue and a tool for people to use if they wish. And that's one of the things that we've done as a business, is we've evolved our strategies and how we sell tickets over the last 15 years. It's a 180 to compare to how we started this years ago.